Welcome to this video and thank you for joining me today. My name is Hannah and I'm going to be giving you a couple of messages. I'm bringing these messages from your higher self, and with that energy your spirit guides might come through and give a couple of messages more on the earth plane for you. We are going to get there. We just need to keep going. This is your higher self. We just need to keep going. We need to move forwards. We need to allow things to keep creating change, more change, more change, and more change. And if we keep going, we'll get there. They don't want you to see too much stuckness in front of you, and it's about paying attention to it. If you focus on the things that aren't moving, it's creating a bit more energy there, and I do see that being a bit of a setback for you. So with anything that you want to move forwards, your higher self is saying just see the things that are going well, see what is moving, and allow that energy to just intuitively know that it's going to bring anything else that's a bit slow to move into alignment for you. You do need to relax and have fun. It is a gift to be able to work in a way that you can relax and not have so much stress in your body around you as you're working. And I'm being told you're doing really well. And there's a thank you. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for having faith in yourself, in your heart. So your higher self is just going to take a little step back. I'm going to bring you some energizing energy from your guides. We all need a bit of a lift, your guides are saying. Everyone needs a little bit of a... Big things are coming. You have to be on the move. You have to be aware that things are changing and to not see it as a negative. Has to be positive because we all need other things. So they're just asking you to see that we're bringing this in, we're bringing in change, and so much change. We're not aware of how much change there is around us, and your guides are asking you to trust that it's all good. Trust that we are light and we are working in the best way we can. If there are people around you who are struggling or suffering, you can just send them well wishes. You can send them light. You can wish well things for them. You might call this praying. It's up to you what word you use, but you don't have to. And at the same time, if you want to, then you can. It's more about relaxing into knowing that there is support for everyone, and it's about accepting it. If you were to see it this way from your guides, you know, sometimes you're walking along and you might be thinking, oh, it's really hard at the moment. You know, I just want to break. I want to break from this. And your guides will be saying things like, oh, you're doing really well, and you look how far you've come, and we know where we need to get to. We just need to keep going. But if you're not open to receiving any messages at that point when you're feeling like this, it can feel a whole lot worse than what your guides perceive it to be, because we all have challenges, we all have hurdles, and they're asking you to see that it's not the end. You know, that this next bit is not it's not an ironclad Gladstone shift. It's an open space, but you need to walk through it. It's not something that will arrive, it's something that you're moving into, which is why they keep talking about be on the move, be open to going with the flow. Okie dokie, so we're gonna turn your cards. Yeah, your guides are saying, we love tarot, we do love tarot. It's a way of interpreting messages from your guides. That's why we use them. It's just positive. All right, so your first card, I'm going to read you 1, 2, 3 actually. You have the Devil, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Swords. There is a huge amount that you're working through, and it's relating, obviously it's in the now, but it's relating to really old stuff. So it's things that I'm actually feeling it's like you maybe tried to, you know, jam it all in a closet and just be like, okay, like I need to just move away from this for a moment. And it's absolutely up. Um, they're saying keep working through it how you currently are. You do need to know that you will get through all of this, and it's to do with energy that isn't completely conclusive. So it's like there's things on your mind that either don't resound properly or they don't make sense. And you're on that journey of going, why and how did this happen? And they're saying that sometimes it is hard because you're very headstrong, and what they're showing is sometimes you get so strongly fixated on an answer which you believe in that moment is true that they're not able to sometimes come in with sometimes a higher perspective of, well, you know, this was going on as well and this was going on as well. So they're just saying to you, be open to more information coming through. It's just about as much about you as it is about them. And we all have to work together to get things cleared. They don't want you to see it that you've been hurt and no one else has been hurt, because they're just showing that this can make you feel like everything's coming in on top of you. Your guides aren't going to bring anything into your awareness or into your physical awareness that isn't good for you, that isn't going to help you. So they are saying that you need to trust something. So it's like you need to kind of open up to someone, somewhere. It could be, it could be to speak to someone, or it could be for a session of some kind, of relaxation or therapy of some kind. And there does need to be an output for your feelings. So that's really important right now, and that's part of you processing what this kind of energy from the closet is, and clearing it ultimately, so that you're happy that this isn't actually a problem right now, and that maybe it was building up for a long time, but actually you've sorted through it, you're feeling a lot better about things. So working into the movement energy again, they're saying to you that it needs to be kind of a background thought sometimes, that you're always working through things, you're always moving through things. And this is your survival technique, is movement, is keep going forwards, see new steps being taken, plant new seeds. Sometimes this will feel like the need to go somewhere, to go and do something different, or to go on that walk that you really love but you haven't been in for a long time, because you need to feel like a sense of achievement, like you've done something. And it can just be getting to a place, as in traveling to a place by car, train, whatever it is, just arriving there. That's an achievement. You know, there's so many things that you can see as achievements, that they will help you through what you've been putting yourself down for. Yes, we can all be really hard on ourselves sometimes, and honestly, there's so much to influence that coming in. If you watch, I don't know, even anything on your phone, the adverts that come up that can make you feel, oh yeah, I should do that, or I should do that, or I should eat this way, I should work out and do that, or I should look a certain way. It's never ending, but it needs to be heard that you are right as you are. And if you want to make a change, it could be good or it could be not needed. And it's your decision, and that's good. So your guides are saying, you know, there's never pressure on them for... Okay, I'm just going to explain this because it's quite heavy. This feels quite heavy right now. So what they're trying to say is they will only bring something into your awareness with quite a lot of kind of, you know, sometimes you feel like I have to do this, I really need to do this. Well, sometimes you do, you just really need to do it. But one of your guides especially is trying to say to you that sometimes you really resist that. And they're saying you need to not. It's like you need to, if you're thinking that it could be good for you, that's what they want you to follow. But if you stay with, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that, they're just asking you to, sometimes you have to put the possibility into it, and that is reflecting on, oh, could that be the right thing? You're not saying yes, you're not saying no, but you're reflecting on, could that help me? And that's what they want you to do, to work through. And it's showing with the Tower, and what they're trying to explain is, okay, so if you, let's just say if you went through life not listening to your guides for a moment, but you're going through doing what you want to do, and it's very head focused. I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that. You might even get to a certain place and you think, right, everything is in order. You know, I've planted those seeds, I'm watering them, they haven't grown yet, but I'm watering them and I'm doing what I need to do. Working with your guides is going to help you to see through what is good for you and what is actually not going to come to fruition. Because there are certain things in your soul path, in your life journey, that have to happen for mass healing and awakening, and then to share your gifts out. And sometimes it's basically having faith in the fact that if you feel things are really stagnant, there's something on the horizon, or there's something that you need to shift into to get more flow. They just don't want you to say no to things that are good for you. I hope that makes sense. It's quite hard to describe what they are giving me. Ultimately, they're trying to say that big changes are on the horizon. And if you work with your intuition, you will align with them and they'll feel really positive. But if you're pushing it away and sticking into just kind of like the mind choosing what you think is right, and ignoring gut feelings, ignoring signs, universal signs, you know, different energies and things like that, this is still going to come, but it could feel negative, basically, because you might go, why is this change here? I'm not ready for it, da 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 da. And it can just be a slightly more difficult experience. Okay, so we have two wonderful cards here, 2 of Cups and 4 of Wands. Okay, they're telling me that this journey that you're on, and I'm seeing you climb up the mountain right now, it's all about, excuse me again, sorry, I've actually just had a ginger shot, as in like a little drink. It's really good, so sorry about that. Yeah, so you're climbing up the mountain, and it's all to feel better about yourself. It's all to feel good about who you are, and that's where you're going. And someone might say, well, that's nowhere because you're not actually getting anywhere, but you are in the emotional energy field of yourself and your body and your life. You're healing, you're moving up, you're having new perspectives, and as you keep climbing the mountain, you will have more space to feel more peace. But it's very much about lightening the load, releasing things that are heavy for you. A lot of it is deep-rooted. We all have these deep-rooted things. Most things we have been clearing that have been stuck in our ancestry lines for many, many, many years. So, you know, it's not easy, but it's very rewarding work that you're doing. Okay, this message is about having the house on the market at some point when you are ready. This message is not for everyone watching this video, but here, if you are thinking about what you should do next, they're having to say that you will have to think about moving in the next 10 months-ish, as there's going to be an opportunity come up that you will feel very, very good to move into. So this is really if you're thinking about, shall I move, shall I not? This card is saying yes. If you're not in that place at all, then this is not for you. I'm just going to do a card for if that card was not for you. So if you're feeling like this is the right home for you, they are telling you to put more energy in your home, to really bring in nourishment. It's love that is needed in the house. I am sending you some healing. Yes, the angels are sending you some healing, filling your home with love and protection. Yes, we're doing this for everyone watching right now. Yes, what they're telling you is if your home is going to be what you need it to be, it has to feel like it gives you what it needs, what you need on an energy level. And they're working out what is best to move. There's something that does need to move only slightly. But if you're about to go on a traveling trip as well, you do need to collect a couple of your crystals to bring with you to give you some protection along your way. Your guides are saying we want everyone to be happy. That is their goal. That is their actually highest plan for you. They want you to feel happy. And they don't want you to hold on to negativity. Sometimes it's just hard to let go because it's such a habit to think a certain way or to move in a certain way. As in, sometimes it's hard to step away from stress because we're so used to things in a certain way. And then, the kind of people around us can also be used to moving in a certain way. But there will be this time when you feel a lot better about things, a lot more calm. But it's a journey, and they're just asking you to see that. Just keep taking these steps and feeling the lightness in your body, and let that be enough. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a real honour to work with you and your guides, and I'm wishing you many blessings and a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.